run through the names and what the sort of historical links are.
Alexandra, I suppose we have a Princess Alexandra now, one of the Kent children of the old Duke of Kent from the time of the Second World War. She carries on the name that was held by Queen Alexandra, who was from Denmark. She was the sister of the Tsarina. They were incredibly well married, but they came from the Danish royal family, so that's a tremendous link there. Albert, hugely popular after Prince Albert, the Prince Consort. In fact, Queen Victoria insisted that everybody had that name. George VI was born on the day that Prince Albert died, and of course his whole life was under some sort of pressure from Queen Victoria because he'd chosen that day.
This name here,
yeah, I was going to ask
that one is obviously hugely powerful, because in a sense I don't know whether they would capture that and bring it into a daughter's name. Whether it was there as the second name, I don't know, but if it was the first, what an extraordinary way to recall Prince William's mama.
And Victoria, Elizabeth?
Well, Victoria, of course, Queen Victoria. She was Alexandrina Victoria, but she chose to rule as Queen Victoria. So it's a name that's been terribly well used by the royal family ever since. Less so, though, now. Elizabeth, well, the present Queen, and carrying on that idea. Also, the present Queen holding the name that her mother had and going back and echoing to the greatest of all Tudor monarchs, Elizabeth I. Charlotte. Well, we had a very difficult Charlotte, Princess of Wales, who was the daughter of George IV. She died in childbirth, which led to a massive royal wedding race where all George III's sons madly tried to get legitimate marriages. They had illegitimate marriages and plenty of children in order to produce an heir, and that is what led to Victoria. Alice was a wonderful name used by Queen Victoria for her second daughter, Princess Alice, who was the Princess of Hessen-the-Rhine. She had, amongst many of her children, the mother of Prince Philip. So, you know, you've got, sorry, the grandmother of Prince Philip. So you've got this link that all these names, they're nothing new to them. It's a family that tends to go for names that are traditional. I don't think she'll be, if it's a daughter, Princess Kay, and I don't think it'll be Prince Al. So I think that
it's going to be Princess Rhiannon then,
yeah.
isn't it?
I was just going to ask, they are seen as quite a modern couple, kind of leading the royal family on a new sort of path, and yet they stick with the traditional names. Is it because that's expected? Would the Queen get a say on what the names are? Would she get the final sign-off?
I don't think she'll get a sign-off, but I'm sure that the Queen will have it passed by her before it is made public. And, you know, Prince William is a very traditional name, and known as Kate as a child and at school, and then known as Catherine as a member of the royal family. I think it sort of sits better. If you are going to be a Royal Highness, then Her Royal Highness, whatever it is, sounds better than maybe some of the more modern names, which are lovely and very, very warm and special, but they may not sit so well after the...
My middle name's on that list, by the way. I'll have you know.
Which one's that? Which one's that?
Which one do you think?
Let's have a very pink.
It's not James.
No, not James. Elizabeth.
Yes, mine is
there we
as
go.
well.
Really? Yes, that's
Really?
And Kate's middle name is Elizabeth.
Oh,
there
my
we
goodness.
go.
Oh,
Elizabeth
yeah,
it is.
there's
I'm having a tenner on Elizabeth.